Today we're going to be talking about exclusion zones. But before we can do an exclusion zone, we need a Google Earth folder and the polygon. Before things happen in a folder, we can make projects, waypoints, exclusion zones, and we can set the spray order. A couple of codes we need to know. WPT for waypoints, XCL for exclusion zones, and WPT order for setting the spray order. So I'm going to add a folder by right-clicking on the temporary places and selecting Add Folder. I'm going to name the folder Folder Poly with XCL and say OK. Right-click on Folder Poly with XCL, add Polygon. I'll rename the polygon Test Poly, and then I'll left-click on the polygon points to make the polygon. And when it's finished, I will left-click OK. To add an exclusion, I'll right-click on the folder Poly, add Polygon, and I want to rename the polygon XCL, which is the code for exclusion zone. Once I've renamed it, I'll click on the points, and I want to change the line color to red, and also the fill color to red. I'm using 1%. Say OK. One more polygon. Code is XCL, and click on the points of the exclusion and say OK. The last exclusion, add polygon, XCL is the name. Click on the points, and there we have 3 exclusion zones, and OK. I want to add in some waypoints, a couple of waypoints. One will be an approach point and one will be a heliport. So I will right-click on the folder Poly with XCL and add a place marker. And I'm going to rename that place marker APP for approach, and then the code is WPT. And I'm going to move it out a little bit here. Right about there is good. And I'll say OK. And I want to add one more waypoint. So I'll right click on folder Poly with XCL, add place marker. This is going to be Pine Island Center heliport, so I'm going to rename that one PIC for Pine Island Center, and then the code is WPT. And the heliport is right down here. And this is the heliport right here. And I will say OK. And that's how you add waypoints, all in your little project folder there. And if we wanted to make a project, we would just add another polygon. Well, I think I'll do that just for grins. Add polygon. I'm going to call it, I think I'll call it test 2. And I'll just put it down here. I'd like to change that color back to green. Same here with the fill. And let's check and see how it looks here. And I'll say OK. So here we have our polygon with exclusion zones and another polygon just thrown in to make a project, and our approach point and our waypoint for the heliport. So before we send this to the folder to convert with SprayView, let's do a real quick review. We have our folder and we have our test polygon with its 3 exclusion zones, and we have 2 waypoints, approach point and a heliport, and 1 more polygon to make a project. So we're ready to do our conversion. The first thing I would like to do is close the folder. That makes it a little easier. And right click, save place as. I'm going to save it to the C workup folder. Folder poly with exhale is a good name, and save it. Then I want to open up SprayView. Go to the menu, import, batch convert. Make sure that make project is selected. And here's our folder. Do the conversion. It's OK. Close it. And let's open it up and see what it looks like. We'll double click here on folder poly. Here's our exclusion zones, and we have a project. We should be able to see our waypoints. We'll have to zoom out just a little bit. Here is our approach waypoint, and here's our Pine Island Center waypoint. So that's it. Thank you very much